Yeah.
So we are live on YouTube right now. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Digital Parliament. Today we have with us the youngest member of Parliament from Rajasthan, who won by record margin approximately 3 lakh votes. That's the 6th highest margin among the 25 sitting member of parliaments in Rajasthan. He hails from a political family. So we are live on YouTube right now. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Digital Parliament. Today he hails from a political family. Father
with you, bandwidth problem. Sir, you take over.
Welcome, Rahul ji. I think Harsha, you are back. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Upadhyay. Thank you.
Harsha, can you hear us?
I can hear you and it's live. I am clearly able to hear everyone.
Sure, please go ahead.
So, welcome, Mr. Kaswan. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Harsha. Good, great. Can you hear me?
Sir, you want to have won by record margin. What has been your journey in politics and what was the inflection point to join politics?
Actually, I'm a third generation politician in my family. My grandfather was a freedom fighter and he started politics in the late 70s. So it has been a long journey since the whole family. My father came into politics in early 80s and then he became a member of parliament in 91. And since then he has been as a fourth member of parliament. So my mother was also an MLA and she was also into local politics, Jilla Panchayat and everything. So it has been always, I'm being the only son in the house. I used to see all this from my childhood. The politics then was very different. We were very much involved with the local people coming in the house and a lot of interaction. My family politics is different. The USP is totally different. To be more into a very cordial relationship with our voters and with the workers and all. So it has always been influential, and people always believed in our family, and they had that kind of trust. And once the 2014 party gave me an opportunity to contest the MP election, and I have been since then a member of parliament, the second term of mine. It is a journey which I was also part of it since childhood. I was seeing my grandfather, my father dealing with people, working for them, working for their help and all. Those were times when we used to have electricity, water. There were a lot of basic scarcity was there in the lives of people. So how they used to solve them, it somehow influenced me also. It somehow made my mind up to work for people, to be with them. And that's how it slowly it came to me. And here right now I'm sitting as an MP in front of you.
Wonderful, sir. So during the COVID-19 times, what are the initiatives taken by you?
Actually, my focus has always been to develop my constituency, my Churu, the district which I belong to. We have two tehsils also of Hanumangarh district, that is Noor and Bhadra, which are also very important to us. And the whole thing, we always have been planned and thought in those lines to create a basic infrastructure in the constituency in each every field which we can think of. Maybe sports, maybe highways, maybe railways. And when this medical thing came, this huge crisis came in the country and throughout the world, we had in our mind to give the basic infrastructure be strong in Churu. The medical facilities should be strong, which are not that way when we think. My first, so I met the collector and the CMHO and all the doctors and all the medical team. We had a discussion and we thought to put the MP-led funds into the right direction, and so that we can fight this crisis. So my first interaction with them was to what machines do we have. The first RT-PCR machine I ordered from my MP-led fund. On those times because there were only 4 machines in Rajasthan. So that was our first initiative. We were not targeting these PPT kits and all because those small stuff were coming from other people also, other part of the society, people in the society were helping us. But our target was to develop the main medical, the main college, main hospital in our district, and we also have a medical college also. So my focus was that straight away. They didn't have a big transformer to operate on a new building they had with them. So I gave them 25, 15 lakhs something for that transformer. They were not having a proper water tank. So another 15 lakhs was given for that. So we were just targeting to have a basic infrastructure with us. And the first wave came in, we ordered for RT-PCR and all. We gave some ventilators, which they were not having with them. So 3 years of ventilators, in near about ₹1 crore was spent on those lines. Again, the second wave came. We sat with the collector and all the team and all. So we were targeting on the oxygen concentrators, oxygen cylinders. So these are the things which my focus was. It shouldn't be a short-term thing. We should be targeting the long-term perspective. How the district can be self-reliant on itself, that we have the basic facilities. We shouldn't be dependent on others. So right now we have good number of ventilators, good number of oxygen concentrators with us. The whole facility has a good working new building with electricity supply and all. So those were our targets, and we are focusing on those only. Any funds which Government of India could have given to us, we were talking to CSR funds also. Those were also maintained, and hopefully we managed good. And our target was also to educate the people at large, because at village level, people don't believe a simple fever, they don't take it seriously. But in Corona times, we have to be very serious. So there were a lot of announcements in the villages level. If you are having fever for more than 24 hours, then contact the local nurse there, whichever is sitting in the sub center, so that we can provide the basic facilities and all. So those were the lines which I was thinking on, and we worked on that, and it helped us a lot.
So which are the companies who have provided you with CSR funds, considering your place is 71% in the rural areas?
See, in my constituency, we don't have any industry, nothing as such business is there, though Churu creates a lot of entrepreneurs in this country. All the big names are from Churu only, because we belong to a Shekhawati belt of Rajasthan, which has created a businessman in this country. So we don't have those kinds of industry or big companies or corporates which can directly give us. But I personally met Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan and spoke to him, the Honorable Minister. So HPCL gave us some 90 lakh rupees for one oxygen plant in Sujangarh, which was a good opportunity, which we could tap that. Because Sujangarh is a big city which is also part of Amrit also, and it has a population of more than 1 lakh. So we got that one thing which we got it, but otherwise local people were helping a lot. There were a lot of people who were supporting in the ground level, but a big corporate, big CSR funding, we just have got this HPCL thing.
Wonderful, sir. So the unemployment rate is 55%, and 45% depend on farming activities. In 2018, 28,000 educated people who registered in the unemployment exchange, 5,000 were employed. What are your interventions to include the employment ratio? This would also thereby reduce the crime rate, which is there in Churu.
See, crime as such, because we are a border district, Haryana is very close to us, and some excise and taxation rates always impact the crime. You can say that because liquor is cheaper in Haryana, diesel is cheaper in Haryana as compared to Rajasthan, and my being the border district, we have to take that burn. But otherwise, crime is not that much in my constituency. Little bit of these things I can share. Surely they are, and they have to be addressed, and we are trying our best to address that. For the unemployment thing, as I mentioned, to Rajasthan economy is totally, if you see, is based on 3 aspects, such as mines and minerals, tourism, and gems and jewelry. So these are the 3 basic, I think, base of economy of Rajasthan. And it's my bad luck that Churu doesn't have any three of them. There's no tourism in Churu. There is no mines and minerals in Churu and no gems in jewelry. So that's why a lot of it has been from centuries, people have been moving out of Churu and being a good, successful businessman in the pan India. So our focus was to create a good infrastructure in the constituency. Since last 7 years, we have been working on that. My district has 3 national highways, well-connected highways we have in the constituency, which are the lifeline of north to south India. From Delhi to, if you go to Mundra or Mumbai, we lie on that particular line. So we have constructed good highways, which will be giving a boost to us. The whole constituency, the railway tracks, we introduced 17 new trains in last 7 years, which was a big success for us. And the whole of the constituency has been electrified, so it can give a bigger connectivity in the larger part of the country. So 710 kilometers of the constituency has been electrified with 700 crore rupees of investments. So our focus is to give education, to create a basic infrastructure. And farming, as you know, that I'm farming also, we don't have 85% of land is rain-fed irrigation we have, which is rain-fed. There's no canal system, there's no tube wells, it's saline water. But saline water we tapped that opportunity also because inland fishery is a big, big market in this country. Government has targeted some 10,000 crore rupees of export and import is happening with this inland fishery. So my constituency has that kind of a water. So we are promoting shrimps a lot. Shrimp culture we are promoting a lot. It has a big, huge potential. Churu has a potential of 15,000 hectares of shrimp farming. So we have introduced that. We are promoting that, and we have got good funds from the central government also. And people are slowly coming into this. I think in coming future, Churu is right now Hyderabad or Andhra Pradesh has the major chunk of this market. But Churu in the inland farming, inland shrimp farming will be another big name in the coming future. I am very much confident about that. And we are targeting on those lines. And we are trying to keep a hand-holding of the farmers, creating an environment where they can be get good training, good there's testings and all, everything, whatsoever the program government can support them, we are supporting them. And I would think this will get a lot of job opportunities in the constituency.
That's great initiatives, and we all wish you a lot of luck in that achieving the targets. So the climatic conditions due to the geographic challenges in your location is arid, dry, and full of heat waves, like we are seeing presently in Canada. So this leads to lack of water and electricity crisis, which is a basic amenity for everyone. Also, water is affected due to the presence of fluoride and arsenic. How are you addressing these challenges, sir?
No, very, very, very good question. Because when you talk about Churu, you have to talk about heat wave at least. We have to talk about temperature of 50 degrees. And we have to talk about temperature of -1 or 0 in winters. Churu has that kind of a, and as I mentioned earlier also, the whole constituency, 85% of groundwater is saline. So we are dependent on other sources of water. I'm lucky that my father was also a member of parliament for the last 20 years, and I'm there for 7 years. So we have been working very hard for that. Each and every part of my constituency has been connected with the good water schemes. On years that have passed and new schemes have been launched. Right now, each and every constituency has a drinking water. So we are in that position that we are into that position where every constituency and every village we have been able to give a water right now. A newly commissioned scheme was of Bungi Pariyojana, which is a 400 crore rupees scheme. There was an Apni Yojana program, which was of 1100 crore rupees of scheme. So all these schemes in totality, every part of my constituency, every village now has a PSP supplied water in the villages. So when you see this Jal Jeevan Mission scheme, which was launched, Churu has the plan of getting every household a tap water, because we have the source of water with us right now. So water problem is not that. 100% villages are electrified. And the program with the arsenic thing which you're telling, there are one pocket of my constituency do have that kind of problem, where we have put up a lot of RO plants and all. And with this Indira Gandhi Canal water, which has been supplied to each and every villages right now, I think those problems won't be a major issue in the future.
Excellent, sir. Sir, considering that you have been a member of parliament from Churu since past 7 years, what is your vision in the present tenure? And what all do you aim to achieve?
See, I had always, as a member of parliament, we have very limited sources to take to our constituencies back, because major things are with the state governments and they are the executing bodies. But national highways and railways and sports is another my big achievement, which I think, because we have created one very wonderful world-class synthetic track in my constituency, which is an Olympic level, and that is only second in Rajasthan, which is passed by the Olympic Association also. We are registered there. If, that is a big achievement, because Churu has created a lot of sports personalities in this country. So we are focusing on sports also. Highways, yes, we are targeting another more highway for my constituency. And I'm sure in my coming tenure, I will be able to get that. Railway connectivity is improving day by day. 16 trains were in the last 5 years. This year, we are again starting with another couple of trains we started. And in the future, because of Corona times, we got some hit. But in another 3 years, more connectivity throughout Pan India is my vision, and improving the infrastructure of railways. The electrification will help us a lot. Because there are a lot of things in my mind, but I just don't want to share them right now, because if you don't get to able to complete that, then it backfires you. But anyways, giving a basic and giving a good base for this fishery thing, I'm targeting that, the shrimp market. That's a big thing. And we have worked a lot in the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana scheme, which has, my district is, I think, among the top 3 in the constituency, which has got, in the country, I think so, which has got the maximum claims for the farmers. In the 1920 Rabi, we got 1,100 crores of claims for our farmers. So that's a big achievement. And our target is that whatever policy the government is making in Delhi or in central government is thinking of it, that execution should be 100% to my constituency. That's my target, and that's for that I am here. And the issues which I raise for them is that only the policy should be implemented in my constituency perfectly in a final way, and people should get the benefit of that.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, Digital Parliament is an app which connects political leaders with the masses, and especially the youth. What kind of features, you coming from our generation, what kind of features do you see that we should have in apps like these?
I think the app should have more knowledge about the policies, the schemes of Government of India, because there are a lot of schemes which are, when they are launched, there are a lot of ha-holla about them. But suddenly, when the time passes, the schemes are not into the memory of people. So one of the good flagship schemes, because like I'll give you a very small example. There's a scheme, there's a program of Government of India, Deen Dayal Upadhyay, this Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Yojana. It's an insurance scheme. It's a very basic for a rupee a day and a rupee a month scheme. There are 2 schemes. One is accidental and one is general insurance scheme. But these schemes benefit small people, the poor people a lot. There's some casualty happen in their homes. They don't have that. They are the target people who should get the benefit of that. But they don't know, because they just forget that thing. Okay, this scheme is for us, so we can get the benefit of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. The targeted people are somehow left out because of lack of knowledge. So I think the app should be more of to educate people, and our platform should also be that how to, because in the democracy we have a lot of representations of people at times of at a block level, at a panchayat level, at a tehsil level, and as a district level. People should be informed and educated a lot about who is the target person to talk about a different problem. So that should be if the app can help out somewhere there, then I think it will be very beneficial for people at large.
Wonderful, sir. On this note, may I invite my fellow panelists, Dr. Upadhyay, Dr. Kumar, Mr. Saurabh, to please ask their question. If anyone has questions, please feel free to share in the chat box so we can announce your name.
Sure.
Yes, Mr. Upadhyay.
राहुल जी नमस्कार। पहले तो आपको देख के बहुत खुशी हुई, क्योंकि चुरू से मेरा नाता रहा है।
Very good.
जिस टीम ने अपनी योजना शुरू की थी मैं उस टीम में था।
क्या बात है।
प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर था कम्युनिटी पार्टिसिपेशन यूनिट का। मैं चुरू में रहा 2 साल और मैंने करीब करीब हर विलेज विजिट किया है। आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है जहां तक ड्रिंकिंग वाटर पहुंचाने की बात है। लेकिन मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूंगा कि तब भी हम लोग ये बात कह रहे थे, क्योंकि हमारे लोग कई सालों से वहां पे जीवन जी रहे हैं। हमारे जोहर थे, हमारे तालाब थे, जिनको कि हम लोगों ने जीवित रखा था। तो क्या आज भी वो जोहर और तालाब पे काम हो रहा है जो हमारी पुरानी सभ्यता थी, जिस तरह से हम लोगों ने सेंचुरीज बिता दी, तो क्या आज भी उस पे काम हो रहा है?
देखिए सर कि अभी जो नरेगा के अंदर गवर्नमेंट ने हर एक खेत को एक कुंड देने की बात करी, जिसको हम एक वाटर स्टोरेज टैंक बोलते हैं, but the local word is kund, which is when you collect the rain water, rain harvesting water, and you store that. That was a tradition which was going on since centuries.
Okay.
तो ये आप जानते हैं कि सेंचुरी से चीज चलती आ रही थी कि लोगों ने बरसात के पानी को रोक के उसी पानी को कंज्यूम किया है, और वो पानी बहुत प्योर भी है और बहुत अच्छा भी हेल्थ के लिए। पर कहीं ना कहीं जो हमारी एक लाइफस्टाइल थी, जो कल्चर हमारा रहा है, उसकी एक एजुकेशन इस जमाने के साथ में मैच नहीं खाती, तो वो चीज छूट जाती है पीछे। घर छोटे हो गए, घरों की साइज बदल गई, पर हमें चाहते हैं कि वो प्रमोट ज्यादा होना चाहिए। और जो जोड़ है, हमने जैसे मैंने एक मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट के रूप में जब दिशा कमेटी को हम हेड करते हैं, मैंने कलेक्टर को, सीईओ को एक बात कही थी कि हर पंचायत में एक मॉडल तालाब होना चाहिए। जो तालाब हो, एक मॉडल हो, क्योंकि नरेगा का पैसा है, इसमें आप लेबर वर्क लगा के उसको एक अच्छा तैयार करिए ताकि आप रेन वाटर को वहां हार्वेस्ट कर सको। और वसुंधरा जी की जो गवर्नमेंट थी राजस्थान के अंदर, उन्होंने एक बड़ा अच्छा एक जल स्वावलंबन एक योजना चलाई थी कि दौड़ते हुए पानी को रोकना है, उस करके वो इस योजना ने बहुत बड़ा इम्पैक्ट डाला है, ग्राउंड लेवल वाटर को रिचार्ज किया है। तो कर रहे हैं, पर और लोगों को धीरे धीरे एजुकेशन भी मिलेगी। काफी एडिटोरियल्स, काफी जैसे आपने भी एक ऐप लगाया है, काफी लोगों ने एजुकेशन इससे, सोशल मीडिया ने एजुकेट भी पीपल को एट लार्ज किया है कि जो हमारी संस्कृति थी, जो हमारा खाना था, जो हमारा पीना था, जो हमारा उस जमाने में उस टेम्परेचर को लेकर, सर्दी का अलग, गर्मी का अलग, उसको कहीं ना कहीं दोबारा से फॉलो छूटती चली गई है। और उसने हमारे को हेल्दी भी, हमारा अनहेल्दी बनाया है हमको बहुत ज्यादा।
जी बिल्कुल।
तो मैं समझता हूँ कि है चीज रिक्वायरमेंट, और होना भी चाहिए, और लोग कर भी रहे हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं, लोग फॉलो कर भी रहे हैं चीजों को। पर पानी एज सच जो आप अपनी योजना स्कीम आज से 91 में लेके आए थे, वो आज योजना हर तहसील तक पहुंची है, हर विलेज तक पहुंची है, पीएसपी तक पानी पहुंचा है। थोड़ा डिजाइन का कुछ फॉल्ट हो सकते हैं, कुछ निटी-ग्रिटीज हो सकती हैं, आई कांट डिनाई दैट, बट नाउ वाटर इज देयर, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट सोर्स ऑफ वाटर वी आर एबल टू गिव द टैप वाटर टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी।
Definitely, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Harsha.
Mr. Kumar, you are on mute, so may I invite you to ask your question, sir?
Yes, please. Mr. Rahul.
Yeah.
For more than 25 years, you or your family is basically on a state of affairs as far as member of parliament of Churu is concerned. And Churu, for some reason or other, always remains in news. You rightly said maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and all. You are a member in a standing committee and consultative committee of parliament. And MSME is the area or sector which can immensely generate employment in your constituency as well. Being a standing committee member and consultative committee member, what are the initiatives you see which you can take and will be helpful in focusing Churu?
I'm a member of standing committee of transport, tourism and culture. So transport, I have mentioned you, it is my subject. I love it a lot. And my target always is, my focus is how to reduce the deaths in this country, which are the highest in the world on the roads. And culture, I have spoken about how to save the culture, because the food habits and every damn thing, there has to be a platform where it can be preserved. And I'm a member of consultative committee of railways. So that was I have handled these things in the last 7 years. MSME member, I was there for a year or so as a member of the board member, which 2 member of parliaments are the members. I was there for in the early 2015-16, I was there for a year or so. So, but again, MSME were targeting. There is one big market of Tirpal, you can say that, which is the biggest mandi in Asia, which is in Sujangarh. And some pockets we are searching, we are exploring those lines where we can save our artisans and all, the local arts and all, how can we save and we can be converted into a business model. We are focusing on that. And a lot of good schemes, good initiatives have been taken by the MSME sector also. The Mr. Gadkari is also very positive. We are looking into it, and how can we explore it? We are targeting that also. So I hopefully after some time, my focus is that also. And you are surely right. It has to be tapped, and we will try our best.
Right. In fact, startup is another buzzword which is very frequently and repeatedly appearing at all forums. Is there any potential and possibility of coming up with some startups with your contribution and initiative in Churu?
I haven't thought about that because startup is an idea. An idea has to come from some youth. They have some kind of an idea where we can be helpful to them. I'm a sleeper from government and the people. I'm a sleeper. I can be a helping hand to them. I think that way as a member of parliament. If government, if there's a problem in executing something, some policy or some issues which are not being resolved or given attention to, and member of parliament can play a sleeper with the public and the government. So I'm always open to them, and we always take the initiative that, okay, if somebody has some issues, do let us know. And we are also creating a good website of ours right now, where we are going to educate and inform people about the government of India's policies and the issues and how can you get the benefit out of that. So we'll be giving you a good shape to our website also, which will be beneficial to our local people or local constituents, which I'm targeting right now. But as such a startup idea, I don't have any something in my memory to recognize right now and let to share with you. But if something like that is there with the people of my constituency, I'm surely there.
Okay. In fact,
thank you.
It's also quite popular for basically a lot of recruitments of army in particular takes place from Rajasthan.
Yeah.
So where Churu finds in that aspect?
People in my constituency are very crazy for the government job, and railways or army, CRPF, CSF. Every village, if you go in the morning, 5 o'clock, you'll see people, girls and boys running, practicing for this thing and all. I think we are one of the highest numbers which we are provided giving from Churu. Army recruitment, 1,000 people are participating in that. The one was due last year because of Corona, it was cancelled. Right now we have in September one program of government or army is doing there where recruitment is going to happen. So people are very much into education, government job. A lot of nurses, we are surplus with the nurses, teachers and all. So people are very passionate. Education is very much into a constituency. Junjunu used to be number one some time back, but in last 5 years, Mr. Upadhyay, I would like to share this thing with you also, that my constituency is the only constituency in Rajasthan in each and every school has electricity right now. We have given computer labs in each and every school of 12th class. IBM rated computer labs. Each and every school has 20 computer labs system there. We have given table tennis tables for the girls' schools. We have created a lot of infrastructure for education also. We are creating an environment where students and I always, one thing as a young politician, I think that Vasundhara is the biggest program was each panchayat should have one class 12 school in this Rajasthan state. And that itself kicked Rajasthan from 26 number in ranking to second rank in the last couple of years, because of education has given a lot of impact. And people are, students are very much into this government job. They're crazy about that. And you can see when if you move around in the villages in the early morning times and all, the people are always practicing, girls and boys. They are targeting this army, the railway recruitment and everything. So there's a passion. And for that, we have also taken a plan that, okay, each and every panchayat should have one playground at least. And very soon, my constituency will be a constituency, I think in Rajasthan, in each and every panchayat, you will have a 400-meter track playground completely ready for the boys and girls to play and explore themselves in the sports and all.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Kumar, for the question. May I invite Mr. Acharya to please ask his set of questions. Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Saurabh this side. So much.
I'm not able to see Mr. Acharya. Who's Mr. Acharya?
So,
yeah, okay, Mr. Acharya. Yeah. Young man.
Yes, sir. So my question to you is, sir, like you rightly mentioned, a lot of notable people are from Churu district, like Lakshmi Mittal, but due to various reasons, there has not been a lot of development of any large-scale industries that has been set up in your district. So that a lot of employment can be provided to the people of Churu. So what all measures are being taken by your government to make sure that infrastructure has been set up so that the industries are attracted to set up their industries here?
Mr. Acharya, the question is very good. Every youngsters do ask this question to us. Why are not the industries? See, what is success for you? It has to be different. See, the basic parameters of, you see, the SDGs of UNICEF also, UN also, the Sustainable Development Goals. Are we meeting those parameters or not? That is my first top priority. And I think that Churu is not lacking in any of that. Maybe health, maybe education, maybe electricity, drinking water, or whatsoever you can name it. I think we are comfortably on the first 4 or 5 in the state of Rajasthan. As I mentioned you, when you talk about industrialization of any district, see, where has the industrialization came into Rajasthan? It came to Bhiwadi, which was near to Delhi. It came to Bhilwara, Udaipur, where there was a source of raw material. Churu lacks all that. We created entrepreneurs, but times have changed now, and agri-based industries are coming up a lot in my constituency. And I presume that if we give a basic good infrastructure, good roads, good rail connectivity, good electricity, and drinking water, then I think myself that surely people will come and start reinvesting in Churu or investing in Churu. But for that, we have created an environment, and we have to wait and watch. Government is right now not specifically giving any focus to any district or any state right now. We create a platform. People have to come and work for that.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent, sir. It has been great talking with you. Any message to all of us and all the viewers who are watching you now and may watch the recorded video in coming times?
The message is be safe, take care, and this app of yours is doing good. I think I wish you a lot of success. And as a young politician, we are not that bad. I will let you know that only. Work and come and start work with us. Spend a month's time or 2 months' time. Come and see. It's a tough task. It's not that easy. It looks different from a different angle, but otherwise it's a tough task. And our job is we are working honestly for the constituency. And I'm not claiming that I've changed every damn thing, but my job is to be a right sleeper for the public and for the government. And how can I help my constituents? That's my target. And to raise the right issues at the right time and see that policies are being executed in the constituency. That is my focus, which I always do. And any suggestion from me, if you want to give, then I'm always ready to take that.
We would like to see a little more employment in Churu and some industries to come in under your tenure, sir.
Asha, again, the same question you're asking. How can you ask that question?
Yeah, we would like to see that happening soon, and maybe you start
You give me one classic example in the whole 650 districts which you have in the country right now. How can a member of parliament create the industrialization of a constituency? It's not possible. We can create a basic infrastructure. If my district lacks in national highways, rail connectivity, education, water, then you can talk to me. I'm there. Medical facility, all the medical parameters of the WHO, we meet them. We stand in one of the top positions in the state of Rajasthan. It may be the IMR, the MMR, everything are focusing on that. That is in our hand. And so I can't give something which is not in my hand.
Sir,
I totally agree with you. And maybe when we are launching the policies and schemes on our app, we would highlight on the Startup India schemes primarily in your constituency, sir.
Sure.
So I'm sure more and more youth would come and take the initiative, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Asha. Thank you, Mr. Upadhyay. Thank you, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Take care.